So let's really get started here. Photoshop provides a set of tools focused on creating and refining masks, collected in a task space called Select and Mask. Inside Select and Mask, you'll use the Select Subject tool to get a fast head start on the masks that will separate the model from the background. Then we're going to refine the mask using other Select and Mask tools such as the Quick Selection tool. When any selection tool is active, the Select and Mask button is available in the options bar. You can choose Select and Mask when the Select and Subject Mask button is not shown. So make sure both layers are shown right over here, and make sure the model layer is what's selected. Choose Select and Mask. Select and Mask opens with the image, a semi-transparent onion skin. If you see right over here, it's talking about this onion skin is what's active. That indicates the masked areas. For now, the checkerboard pattern covers the entire image because we haven't identified anything to unmask. You don't see anything that it's done. The first time you use Select and Mask, a tutorial tip may pop up. You may view it before you continue with the lesson, or you can click later or close. Mine didn't because I've used it before. Click the View menu in the View Mode section of the Properties panel and click Overlay right here. The masked area is now shown a semi-transparent red color instead of the onion skin checkerboard. It's solid because nothing is masked yet. The different view modes are provided so that you can see the mask more easily over various backgrounds. In this case, the red overlay will make it easier to see missed areas and edges where loose hair isn't properly masked. In the options bar up here, click the Select Subject button, and you see it does its thing. In the Select Subject button drop-down list, you can choose where to process this selection. Cloud processing may produce better results using a large machine learning model on a powerful remote computer. Processing on your device is usually faster. You see that's the one that I have chosen. Changing the setting affects the next image only. You can set this permanently in the image processing panel. We're not going to do that, but just wanted you to be aware. So using advanced machine learning technology, the Select Subject feature is trained to identify typical subjects of a photo, including people, animals, and objects. Then create a selection for them. The selection may not be perfect, but it's often close enough for you to refine easily and rapidly with other selection tools. Click the View menu in the View Mode section and choose Black and White. So click right here and choose Black and White. This view mode helps make the mask edge easier to see. You don't have to be in the Select and Mask dialog box to use the Select Subject command. It's available even when the selection tool is not active. Also, it's okay to use Select Subject first and then enter Select and Mask to refine the selection. In the Properties panel, expand the Refine mode if necessary. Right here is where that is. And click Color Aware. If a message appears like mine did, click OK. The mask edge changes. The two refined modes interpret potential subject edges differently. Color Aware, the one we chose, can work well on simple backgrounds like the one in this lesson. Object Aware may work better on more complex backgrounds. Click the View menu in the View Mode section of the Properties panel, right here, and choose Overlay to better compare the edge to the actual image. Notice there are a few areas down here around the chest. If I were to zoom in, hang on, I had to put my iPad down. Turns out I can't zoom from there. No big deal. Make sure the quick selection tool is selected. So right up here, there's your quick selection tool. You see, you hover your mouse over it and it tells you what they are. Quick selection tool. Set up a brush with 15. You can type it, you can drag it, whatever you choose to do. Drag the quick selection tool over the missed areas without extending into the background to add the missed areas to the selection. Notice that the quick selection tool fills in the selection as it detects content edges, so you don't have to be exact. It's okay if you release the mouse button and drag more than once. So it's talking about down here. And let me show you what happens if you go past it. See how I've got some of this background selected now? I'm going to show you how to fix that in just a second. So I increased my magnification. I just clicked right here and I typed 200% so we can see better. So do that with yours. Where you drag teaches the quick selection tool which areas should be revealed and are not part of the mask. Do not drag the quick selection tool over or past the model's edge to the background, because this teaches the quick selection tool to include part of the background of the mask, and you don't want that. If you accidentally add unwanted areas to the mask, you can choose Edit, Undo, and that will undo what I just did. I'm going to put it back. Or reverse edit by painting over it with the quick selection tool in subtract mode. So you see up here it's got a plus. If I click on the subtract mode right here and go down here and draw where that was, it takes it away. Look at there. I'm going to go back to the plus. So that's another two different ways you can do it. You can either undo, or you can put it in subtract mode, and as you drag over the model, the overlay disappears from the area you're marking to be revealed. Don't worry about total perfection at this stage. You can adjust the opacity of the onion skin by dragging the transparency slider over here if you wanted to adjust your transparency. So click the view menu again in the view mode, and then choose on layers. This shows you how the current select and mask settings look over any layers that are behind this mask or this layer. In this case, you're previewing how the current settings will mask the model layer over the episode background layer. I'm going to put this at fitted on the screen. Inspect the edges around the model at a higher magnification. Some of the original light background may still show between the model's edge of the podcast background, but overall the select subject and quick selection tool should have created clean edges for the shirt and the face. Don't be concerned about edge gaps or imperfect hair edges, because we'll take care of those next. So let me ask you this question. An extra channel added to an image that stores selection as grayscale. We talked about clipping channels, vector channels, selection channels, or alpha channels. Which one of those stores selections as grayscale? If you said alpha channel, you are correct. Tell you what we should probably do right now. Let's click File and then Save. I don't know if I was supposed to do that. We'll find out in the next video.